Hello everybody, it's Edward Time, and on today's video is gonna be a video where I want to talk about the idea of like overthinking. And I know that this is probably a sudden change where I or like past videos. And I actually plan to review a silent voice, which is an anime, but I just have any edit that video, so I thought that I want to make it first because I talk to the camera and didn't have to edit it just for once. And yeah, so I think the reason why I want to talk about this is because on the next Monday, I actually start going to college, on site. It wasn't online like the previous 4 semester, obviously because of the COVID, but now we're actually going on site. It's like making me really nervous at and kind of make me, overthinking and stuff like that. Like things could go wrong so quickly if I go there because I have no experience on you know experience college like on site. And I think that idea really terrifies me. I also have social anxiety like a lot, so it is something on my chest for like the past few weeks that I will talk about it. And of course that I just don't want to like this video to just be me like glooming the entire time. So I kind of want to give you guys an idea as well about this overthinking idea, because I'm pretty sure people also has the moment in their life where they try to overthink it. And it's probably have way more serious problem that I do. Because my problem is like ridiculous in my opinion, because it's literally just me going to college on site, which literally shouldn't be a problem, but I have a lot of anxiety and make me overthinking a lot of stuff would go wrong. And it's just like super ridiculous that I was like, you know, but yeah, I think for me, I feel like overthinking that back in the past when I was in middle school and high school is like the worst moment in my life, because like again, I only have one best friend in high school, and that's enough, because he is so loyal to me. But at the same time, like I won't deny that every single time, like after like a summer break or like a Christmas break, like a long break, right? When you're going back to school again, I have this like overthinking and anxiety the whole time, and it was like back then it was like way worse, because I let other people, like other people words to like affect me, because back in the school, like I'm not a smartest kid, I'm probably the dumbest kid in the class, and every single time you have like a group project, that I'm just like silent about it, and that gave me anxiety that, oh my god, like people gonna badmouthing me. And yes, some people do badmouth me in high school and middle school, and it sucks, and it hurts, but it happens, and that's why I have this idea of overthinking that, oh man, like I'm not good enough, but I could embarrass myself, people will embarrass me or something like that, or like people will bully me or something like that, right? And this bullying does happen at times, but thankfully not every day, not hard, but it still happens sometimes, and when that happens, it fucking hurts. you know so yeah, I think over the course of my life, I try to just like not give a shit about what other people think about me, and it still affect me for a bit. I'm not gonna sit here and claim that, oh, yeah, I totally succeeded and stuff like that. Like no, like I sometimes when people say bad things about me, like it still kind of affects me, but I always try to just like to just go like whatever, I'm not trying to like affect my day or like my life in general, because like it's my life, right? It's not their life. If they say some bad stuff about me, whatever, and it's probably my fault either, because I'm not that good at the whatever subject they were doing, or like the conversation they were doing, because I have no idea what they were talking about sometimes. So I'm just like sit there and silent and at times, and it's like, yeah, I think over time, and I realized that I should realize this sooner, but I realized that overthinking is like really really bad for your body, obviously, and for your moments as well, and for your time especially, because I feel like at the end of the day we all have problems, right? And I feel like every single time I try to overthinking stuff is always like wasting my time and wasting my energy, and always hurt my body and my mental health, because like again, I think a bunch, but I didn't do anything. It's just like literally just you thinking and thinking and thinking about like many different scenarios that could go wrong or could go right or something like that, right? And I remember like literally 2 days ago, when I usually every single day I always have like a nap, in at noon, right? Usually I was able to, like, I don't know, try to sleep calmly for like an hour, but this recent week, at least like 2 days ago, I can't even sleep because I literally overthinking about college, and then because I'm just like so nervous to see like what's gonna happen, like it's gonna go wrong, or something like that, right? And that makes me just like, you know, I shouldn't overthinking stuff. You know, like I literally only 2 days away from like entering college now, and it's still a bit nervous, but I think I get a hang of it. You know, I think I just don't want to let myself, you know, like get consumed by this idea of like, you know, overthinking and stuff like that. And you shouldn't be too, you know, because when you have a problem and stuff like that, it is important to face that problem, you know, and it is really terrifying to face that problem, you know. And I know that there is a lot of like more serious problem, you know, and I know my problem is not that big. It's actually um, it's actually super ridiculous because it's literally just me going to college. Like it's nothing, right? Everybody does that, but for some reason that is such a big deal for me that I decided to overthinking, you know, like 2 days ago, and that really just make my whole body sweat for literally nothing because it's just again it's just me thinking, right? So that's why I, you know, for people who always go overthinking right out there, like, hey, first of all, you're not alone, obviously. But we all have problems the entire time. So like, it's okay to plan some stuff to solve the problem. Like, it's okay to do that, but there is a difference between like planning or like thinking and overthinking. You know? Because when you're overthinking that, you're just gonna grind your brain, but you didn't actually achieve anything. You didn't actually do anything because like you're just busy worrying about what's gonna happen, you know. And again, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm not worried about college. You know, I still a bit worried to be fair, but I always try to like keep it down and keep it contained, like keep it composed, you know, because like well, it's still gonna happen. Whatever's gonna like whatever's gonna happen is still gonna happen where I go to college, you know. And I feel like it's such a ridiculous problem that I had that I feel like people should just be laughing at me because like it's such a general stuff, but for some reason it's just like a big deal for me and super ridiculous to do. And yeah, so again, I would say don't overthinking stuff, you know, because you're just wasting your time, obviously. And I know this type of subject of overthinking is like it's an obvious thing, you know. I'm not saying this is it's a really obvious thing that most people already overcome it, you know. If not that well, some of them they'll try to deal with it, you know. And I know dealing with overthinking and stuff like that is not easy because like it's still gonna come back even when you think that you got it, you know. But once you got the control over it, once you get control over it, trust me, like your life gets better, you know. At least you're calm down, and then you can like plan something concrete or something like that, you know. Like it's important to keep yourself composed the entire time, you know. So don't go overthinking, you know. Don't be like me, a fucking loser who has no idea what to do with his life and stuff like that, you know. But I'm still trying to figure it out, you know. I'm pretty confident that I will find my ground in life later on, and then I'm hoping that in the future I could make some video that really just like makes people feel better, you know. Because I don't think this video makes people feel better, but you know, my goal is like to share my problems and then try to give the conclusion as well, you know, because I don't know if I do that, but either way, yeah. Either way, that's for today's video. Again, it's such a weird video once again that I probably just like bitching about my life, literally, right? But if you guys happen to listen to this and to the end, then well, thank you for listening, I guess. If you guys have any other experience about like overthinking and stuff like that, and you want to share, then well, feel free. I guess I will listen to it, obviously, or like I guess read it, not listen, because it's a comment, right? Um, but yeah, I guess that's it for the video. Stay tuned for more videos in the future, whatever it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a silent voice review. Maybe tomorrow, if I have the energy, if I have the energy to do it, then I will do it. But for now on, yeah, I just want to post this kind of video that super weird, and none of this is your business. But again, I just decided to make it as well because it kind of make myself feel better, you know, at least, you know, even though I don't think anybody should give a shit about this because again, it's not your problem, right? But yeah, at the end of the day, that's it for today's video, guys. Again, sorry for the weird ass video, but I guess I hope you enjoy it. You know, thank you for listening, guys, and again, I will see you guys in the next one. Then, bye.